Hey, it's Heather Miche out on a favorite local hike. Early spring. It's magnificent. Things are starting to pop out and have popped out. And surprisingly, this little guy is already showing up. Let's see who that is. Hey, it's Trillium. Look at this beauty. Easter was just yesterday. And this flower always brings Easter to mind for me. Probably because it usually shows up right about that time. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh, cool. There is some Snowberry right there. Just starting to leaf out. Fantastic. One of my favorite Oregon native plants. And we also have the lovely, so fragrant and useful Oregon Grape. Check out my video that I showed some very sad and unhappy looking plants of Oregon Grape in a cityscape that just were so sad looking, but they had blooms on them wide open, and the fragrance was enough to bowl you over. Next up, we've got Indian Plum. These will be blooming soon. They're one of the early bloomers. A light cream colored cluster that hangs. Really, really sweet. And they can get quite tall. As you can see, this guy right here. Woohoo! That's a good 7 feet tall to the top. Back to the ground, we have some beginning brave souls of bleeding heart right here. They're beautiful pink flowers that will come eventually. Some wild strawberry. Let's see what else is cooking here in the forest. A lovely cluster of miner's lettuce with some sweet flowers showing up already. It's only April 1st. No fooling. Miner's lettuce is edible. It's wonderful. This is a super disturbed area. They've done a lot of clearing and so on for the riparian area that's close by. You can probably hear that in the background. So much richness to find in such a small area. Here is our friend St. John's wort. That'll be growing real tall here pretty soon. Some foxglove along with miner's lettuce, more miner's lettuce. And some not so welcome invasive folks right here, which is periwinkle. And I am pulling that because it is, as I say, not native, not welcome. What else is cooking here? Aha! We have some cleavers right here. These are one type of trailing plant that will attach onto your sock or your pant leg and not sting you or, quote, bite you, but it does have a lot of medicinal qualities to it. So many things. Yeehaw! My fave stinging nettle, Urtica dioica. Referred to by many indigenous peoples as uncle. So good to see him coming up. It's going to be time to do a little gathering. Favorite herb. Such a great spring tonic to make a tea with or utilize for pesto. No, you will not get stung inside your mouth if you eat nettle pesto. The little hairs are deactivated from their stinging capability once they are broken. So either by stirring them or even making a tea, the heat will destroy that stinging factor. And another super fun plant right here is youth on age. That's a common name for it because the new leaves will come out of the center point where the leaf is on the end of the stem. Also referred to as piggyback plant. Back in the day, that was a supremely popular house plant to have, as it would hang down. Yep. Nice collection here. A little bit more cleavers. You can see there, climbing its way. Some holly that's been taken down. Excellent. Also an invasive. Good to see that down. Quite a lovely little patch of nettle here. That's exciting. Very exciting to see. Another Oregon native favorite is salal. It's not producing much new growth right yet, but you can see on this guy here, you can start to see new little buds coming out. Right here. Great berries, just like a wild blueberry. Delicious. And of course, wild blackberry. Also a non-native that I think at some point we're just going to have to call it native because it's so difficult to get rid of and it just takes over so readily. Great berries. Goats love to eat these plants down, but if you don't have goats and you want to have them not take over these plants, then you better keep them under control from the roots. Beautiful buds on this tree cluster. Not sure, there's just not much else to witness on this cluster to find out or determine who it is. Might be some hazelnut. Could also be Acer palmatum, which is maybe some vine maple. And that's the tour of a little stretch of forest for you today in early spring. Get out, get outside, get walking, hiking, enjoying, no matter what your pace is. Just become part of the natural world with your presence and your appreciation, your gratitude. Keep great care and fall back in love with the earth. Fall back in love with the earth. Fall back in love with the earth. Fall back in love. Fall back in love. Fall back in love with the earth. Let nature heal you. Together, it's a perfect system.